You're listening to the Packernet Podcast Network.
We all have smartphones, and we all know they're pretty amazing, but they also can be amazingly distracting, especially when we're around other people. So US Cellular wants us to reset our relationship with our phones by putting down our phones for $5. That's right, a company that sells phones wants us to put down our phones. And to see what we find, learn more at uscellular.com/built for us.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
Actually, it's the lead play in our offense. We ask our YN or a tight end to open up somewhere between 6 feet and 9 feet, get an isolation with the linebacker. You tell the tackle to take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, to drive down on the first man to his inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, he cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on Packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. Text us, 865-658-5824. Welcome into the special edition Packers schedule release show. Really excited about covering this tonight. Jacob stirring it up in the chat already, man. I'll tell you what, bro.
Jacob and Emilio going at it already.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Listen, before we get too off the rails, and Jacob's already caused it. So obviously, the official schedule is going to drop any second now. I think we've got the accurate one, and we're going to go ahead and begin hitting on it, and then we'll just get confirmation from the chat. If anybody sees anything that's inaccurate, let me know. And obviously, we'll get I'm sure the Packers will put an actual video out that we'll cover too. But this was pretty cool right here, gang. Look at the Packers put this out a few minutes ago. Said 9.5 minute warning with Larry McCarron. That pinky obviously being the half there. So it's nice to know that other people are having fun with the pinky too, not just us. That sounded bad, but so pretty cool, Tim, that Packers, their media team, man, I'm telling you, we've been talking about the last few months. They're really rising to the occasion.
Oh, yeah, man. It's like totally revamped, like our safety room, you know. I love it. Go Pack Go, social media team on point. That was kind of a sticking point for Packers Twitter, especially for a while. They were kind of sick of the old guard in the social media room, and so it's good to see that they're stepping their game up. They're definitely playing their best ball right now. We'll just say it like that.
I love that background for Larry too. I don't know why they don't do that more often, rather than putting them in that studio. Actually have Lambeau as a backdrop. You know, let's see what he says here.
How about these hands? How about these hands? How about these hands?
Put it in the hopper.
We got to have that drop, bro. But that's going to replace the pinky pick. All right.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'll work on that now. You guys talk amongst yourselves. You want me to go ahead and put what I think is the actual one?
You talking about this one right here?
Yeah, we might still need to hold on to that. I'm going to go ahead and put the schedule up, or what we think is the schedule. And again, if you guys see any inaccuracies with this in the chat, please sound off, and we'll just get everybody's kind of take on it. We'll go freestyle all night long. And then, like I said, I think the Packers are going to put a video out too, which, by the way, Big Cat from Barstool Sports, big Chicago Bears fan, I think he actually makes an appearance in there, which is kind of cool. So, they're going to poke fun at him. But anyway, here you go, guys. Have at it. I'm going to kill the camera for a minute. I'm going to see if I can get that drop for us.
I did not see the Titans, so that'd be cool. Man, that'd be one that we could definitely have some fun at. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to talk about that.
The Titans game, we're definitely planning on going down for sure. We've got a wedding that we're coordinating actually 2 that weekend, but Mandy already said, I don't care, we're making it happen. So she's we might be coming into town on Sunday with a little less sleep, but we'll definitely be there. But yeah, to start from the top, Jacob, why don't you kind of narrate it here? Tim, you work the drops like you always do, bro, and just start at week 1 and tell everybody on the pod. We always forget, we have so much fun here on YouTube. We forget the people listening on the podcast that can't see it. So just kind of to let them know what the schedule looks like here. And like I said, we'll get confirmation in a second.
Sounds good. So this post comes from Eli Berkovitz. Thank you, Eli. And week 1, let's kick it off. Packers versus Eagles. We all know that's in Sao Paulo. How do you say it? Sao Paulo?
Sao Paulo, I believe. Yeah.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's nice. Really kind of a unique situation. Then we go back-to-back AFC matchups, one against the Colts. That's at home. And then we go to, like we just talked about, Nashville to play the Titans for week 3. Week 4, it's the first divisional matchup against the Vikings, and that is at home as well. So that'd be a fun one. The Packers go then to the Rams, which I don't know what to think about that game. Packers versus Cardinals. I think I like that game. And then I think maybe one of the matchups to circle, which is saying something because there's a lot of good games. Packers versus Texans, week 7 at Lambeau Field. That's talk about the 2 most up and coming quarterbacks going face to face right there. That's awesome. And then week 8, Packers at Jaguars, Jacksonville Jaguars there. I don't know what to think about them either.
Love against Fabio. That'll be a good matchup.
Hey, that's cool.
You never bring peanut butter to a jelly fight.
Who's that?
You are an amazing person. You know that?
What?
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
Did I miss something? I'm gone one or two days.
Too open. This just hit it, didn't he?
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, there you go, bub. We got it. Also, we just added this one to the hopper, just so you guys know.
How about these hands?
It's gonna be a great damn year, boy. It's something to tell you.
Week 9, we play the Lions at home, and then I think this might be the best part of the schedule. Is finally we have a bye that's basically dead center in the season. I very much love that week 10 bye. And then after the bye, we come back and play the Chicago Bears.
The Bears still suck.
Yeah, we do. That's for sure. And then week 12, talk about a stretch of playing teams that I absolutely despise. The Lions, the Bears, and the Niners back to back. Week 12, we do get the Niners at home, so that's kind of cool. And then this one was one that I did not see coming here. We play week 13 versus the Dolphins at home on Thanksgiving. And then the next week, we go play the Lions on Thursday Night Football. So there's that 2 back-to-back Thursday games. And after that, we go to Seattle for the Sunday Night Football game. So if I'm not mistaken, that's also 4 consecutive primetime games, which is really unique and kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And then week 16, again, we have a Monday Night Football game against the Saints at home. Man, I love this schedule. And then week 17, we go play the Vikings, and it seems like they love doing this now, ending the year with divisional opponents. We go Vikings week 17, and then at Minnesota week 17, and then we play the Bears last game of the year at home. Can you imagine how ridiculously fun that game could be if the Bears even have a chance to make the playoff? I mean, that would be primetime TV, to say the least.
So we're ending the season just like we did last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, against Chicago at home. I'll tell you what stands out to me, what I like and love right away. If you look, week 14 and 15, those are the only back-to-back road games on the entire schedule.
Wow.
We have more back-to-back home stands than we do road stands, which I like. If this is accurate, which I think it is, I don't think Eli Berkowitz would have ran with this if this wasn't pretty much.
Right. If it was anybody other than Eli, I probably would have been a little more hesitant. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah. Tim.
But I like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it looks good.
It's a lot of matchups that I'm used to the Packers doing. You know what I mean? Like I just can't remember the last time we played the Dolphins. I was there in Nashville the last time we played the Titans, but playing the Cardinals, the Texans, the Jaguars, it just seems like a shakeup from what we're used to. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I'm excited that we do have that bye in the middle of the season there. If there are problems, afloat, and we could be 500 whatever, Matt, we can get it switched around, get it adjusted, and make that change going into a tough part of the schedule, and all eyes on us at that point. Coming in with 4 primetime on TV games at least, and then the Vikings Bears. Those are probably 4:00 games or something like that. So, and then they'd flex the last one. So I mean, we could have a chance of having 6 of our last 6 games on TV if the schedule or if records work out that way and they get flexed and all that.
Yeah, like Jacob was saying with the back-to-back Thursday games with Thanksgiving, I think that's like the only way to do that, right? Considering we're already out of the bye, so at least they're playing exactly a week apart. I don't have a problem with that. It's better than putting them on a Sunday night or a Monday night game right after the holidays. So
right.
I think
an away game at the Lions and then to Seattle, it's like really we're only traveling once over to Seattle. Like the Lions aren't that far away where it's a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I'd have to think the Packers-Niners game would be like the game of the the Fox game of the day or whatever the thing is. So it's like almost there's a possibility that down the stretch we could just be in prime time for. Is this it?
I think this is it. This was Tom Silverstein put this out. So I'll run through it real quick if you want me to, and then we'll just continue kind of deep diving it. We're also going to do a giveaway tonight for one lucky Patreon member. We're going to be giving away a football autograph by Paul Hornung.
Holy crap. Do you see that, Clayton?
What is it, bro?
The gold package games are divisional. Minnesota and Detroit are the gold package games. And Chicago, they added a third gold package game? Wow.
Tell them what that means, Tim.
Okay, so that's the old County Stadium clause when we were a two-market team. We're still a two-market team. The 2 games a year that were in Milwaukee County Stadium was for the Milwaukee crowd. And obviously when they closed down Milwaukee County Stadium, built Miller Park, which is now AmFam Field, I believe it's called, where the Brewers play. The Packers obviously don't play there anymore. So the gold package is, a chance for the Milwaukee market to get to some Packer home games. So for those season ticket holders, I've got a couple in my family. That's a big deal for the Milwaukee market. So it's an even bigger deal when both games are against divisional opponents. I don't remember that happening in recent memory. I don't know about you guys.
All 3. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3. I don't remember there being 3 either. Oh, well, that's right. Wait, it used to be a preseason. So you'd get a preseason and then 2 regular seasons. But this looks like 3 regular seasons. Wow.
And I want to say this, too. There's going to be people in the chat that go, oh, great, the gold package. That means they're going to sell their tickets to other fans. First of all, last year, the games that weren't the gold package, it happened on those games too. So let's stop pretending like it's just Milwaukee fans that do that. When people can't make it to a game, obviously it's not like they're going out and selling the tickets specifically to opposing fans. They're obviously selling it to companies, to businesses, and then they turn around and sell it to the highest bidder or the first come, first serve type thing. So I just want to put that out there because I would like to kind of put that to bed, to be honest with you. And any kind of division within the fan base, it drives me absolute freaking crazy. So let's try to not bash the Milwaukee fans this year because again, there was a couple times last year too that outside of the gold package, regular Packer fan tickets got sold to opposing opponents as well. So obviously we want the best home field advantage as physically possible. So did I describe that well enough, Tim? Do you think that's an accurate assessment, man?
I do. And if you got a problem out there with, people selling their tickets, then, I don't know, move to Russia or something. This is America. It's called a free market, I
think too, sorry to cut you off, but I think it's the fact that so many other fan bases and people of NFL fandom just want to say that they went to Green Bay.
Bingo.
They want to check that off their bucket list. So, and I mean, we're also in Green Bay is a pretty small market, everything surrounding it. And a lot of people that have those, kind of inherited tickets or whatever like that, for them to turn down sometimes thousands of dollars for a couple tickets. It's like, I don't blame them, but I don't like it.
There's also a big deal, a big amount of those fans that will give them to another family member. That's a Packer fan. If they're not able to use them, it's, so I don't know. I what people do with their tickets is what they do with their tickets. I don't think we need to single out Milwaukee fans.
Yeah, I'd say the bigger issue with the whole fan base thing is like, it shocked me to find out that we're just so quiet. The last few games I was at, they were just so quiet. I was like, man, we got to get rowdy. I want to get that more college style back into the theme. So
absolutely.
There you go. There's a prettier version right there. So
we'll
hold on to that one all
like
year
that.
long.
that's the fridge magnet version right there. Like that.
Yeah.
Need to
So
get
just
one of those.
to run through it one more time here. All right. Preseason's going to kick off August 10th. It's on a Saturday at the Cleveland Browns. It's a 3:25. And all these are central times, obviously. It's a 3:25 kickoff. Sunday, August the 18th will be week 2 of the preseason at the Denver Broncos, 7 p.m. Central kickoff. Week 3 of the preseason will be Saturday, August 24th at home at Lambeau against the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be a 12 noon kickoff. And then you get into the regular season, week 1, obviously, like Jacob was saying, at Philadelphia Eagles, but it's going to be in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And that's going to be on Peacock, 7:15 p.m. kickoff. Week 2, Sunday, September the 15th, will be the Colts at home, the home opener, 12 noon kickoff. I love it, man. It's just going to be absolutely beautiful at Lambeau, I guarantee you. Week 3, obviously Sunday, September the 22nd, will be at the Tennessee Titans. Okay, that's a noon kickoff, noon Central Time, so it's 1 Eastern. Those 2 games are going to be on Fox, by the way, those last 2. That's the one we're going to make a trip to for sure. I think we can pretty much put it in the books. I'm going to reach out to Ticket King and see if they have the away tickets and all that stuff and go ahead and get that squared away. Emilio, we need to try to coordinate, and anyone else who plans on going to that game so we can get tickets together. We need to make that happen for sure.
Jacob, you can just drive over and pick me up. We'll roadie down there, man.
Bro, I've driven that drive so many times. It's like an 18-hour trip for whatever reason. I don't like it. If I have to go get
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
That's a perfect drive.
Jacob's like, yeah, about that.
How about we meet in Chicago and then just
No, you're right. I'd definitely rather just get on a plane at that point.
Yeah. Well, you guys split the time. Like Jacob, you can make Tim drive. I don't know,
65%.
65. Maybe just have him kind of take the wheel there. Now,
No
we
problem.
do before we pull the trigger. We need to make sure. All right, who's going, and let's make sure we can get down there and hang out together for sure. We're going to be probably rolling into Nashville a couple hours before game time, I would imagine, unless I go down a day earlier. And it's going to be a good time for sure. Mandy's in the studio tonight. She's mugging the hell out of me because I just said I'm going to drive down early. She's gone at the last second. So
she's looking at you like,
you're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
You know that.
She's looking at me like this.
Never bring peanut butter to a jelly fight.
Jordan Love's reaction is priceless. He's like, damn.
oh man.
Yeah. There you go. Jake Shavink says he's in. Nashville meetup sounds sweet. Get down there with some hot Nashville barbecue.
There
Do
we
it
go.
up right. You never had none of that, have you, Jacob?
Got to go to Hattie B's. Hattie
you go.
B's. It's the hot chicken spot in Nashville.
I thought you said hot chick. I was like,
That too.
What is that? What is that? A brothel? What are you talking about? Hattie B?
They've got one. It's the hottest seasoning they got. It's called Shut the Cluck Up, and it hurts. It hurts going in. It hurts coming out. It hurts.
Anyway, all right, let's move along here. Week 4, Minnesota.
Wash your hands, wash your butt, man. That's it. That's all.
Week 4, Sunday, September 29th, the Vikings at home. That's one of those gold package that Tim was talking about. 12 noon kickoff on CBS. Week 5, October 6th at the Los Angeles Rams. 3:25 kickoff on CBS. Sunday, October 13th is the Cardinals at home. Arizona Cardinals coming to town. 12 p.m., 12 noon kickoff on Fox. Week 7, Sunday, October 20th, the Houston Texans come to town. That's a 12 noon kickoff on CBS. Week 8, October 27th. Shut up, Emilio. We get at the Jacksonville Jaguars, 12 noon on Fox. Week 9, Sunday, November the 3rd, Detroit Lions gold package at Lambeau, 3:25 kickoff on Fox. Then, like you guys said, we get the bye week in Week 10. Week 11, Sunday, November the 17th at the Chicago Bears, 12 noon kickoff on Fox. Sunday, November 24th, San Francisco 49ers at Lambeau, 3:25 kickoff on Fox. Week 13, Thursday, November 28th, that is Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Dolphins at Lambeau Field, 7:20 kickoff, man. It's going to be absolutely awesome, dude. I don't know how we're going to stay up till 2 a.m., though, doing a post-game show after we eat all day. That's going to be rough, man. I ain't going to lie. So, pop that back down for me there. It's 2-0 for this. Says Jordan Love better get his two turkey legs this year. Love it. yeah, that's I feel like that's what turned the season around for us. Jordan was like, "Oh yeah, no turducken for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just run through the rest of the league here real quick."
You guys follow King Day on Twitter? Dadrian, he said that's all right. We're having dolphin for Thanksgiving.
Let's go.
Turkey this year.
We need a dolphin sound drop now. That's what we need. Yeah, that was close, Jacob. You did good. So week 14. December 5th, that's a Thursday night football game at the Detroit Lions, obviously on Amazon Prime, 7:15 kickoff. Sunday, October 15th at the Seattle Seahawks, 7:20 kickoff. That's going to be Sunday night football on NBC. Be waiting all day for Sunday night. You know how it is. Week 16, Monday night football, December 23rd, the Saints come to Lambeau. Cold weather football at Lambeau, 7:15 kickoff, obviously on ESPN with it being Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for dropping that down. Week 17, we've got Sunday, December 29th at the Minnesota Vikings, 12 noon kickoff on Fox. And then to be determined is week 18, Chicago Bears at Lambeau, obviously another gold package one, and they're going to announce that one probably to see if the Bears really suck. That might be a noon game. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we're anticipating. But
in the hobby, it's not easy being a fan of ripping packs or repacks. We get all hyped up thinking we're going to get some high-value Jordan Love card, but with zero transparency on available cards and hit rates, it's all just a shot in the dark. Until now, introducing slab packs from arenaclub.com, the only repack that provides real value, a complete view on all possible cards, and clear hit rates for each one. Now when I buy slab packs on Arena Club, it finally feels like I know what I'm getting. And honestly, the best thing for me and my son is the fact that we're kind of novices into this. When I walk into a card shop with my son, and a card says it costs $40, kind of just taking his word for it that that's a good value. So I appreciate the transparency on grading, as well as just getting excited about seeing what you could potentially get. Right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase by going to arenaclub.com/packdaddy. Wow, that's crazy offer. 10% off a $400 slab pack. That's $40 right there. Anyways, that's arenaclub.com/packdaddy for 10% off your first purchase. We all have smartphones, and we all know they're pretty amazing, but they also can be amazingly distracting, especially when we're around other people. So US Cellular wants us to reset our relationship with our phones by putting down our phones for $5. That's right, a company that sells phones wants us to put down our phones. And to see what we find, learn more at uscellular.com/built for us.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com. You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
All right, so back to kind of breaking it down. I just wanted to read that off in its entirety real quick for everyone who is listening on the pod. That's your schedule. Let's kind of go through it week by week here. And listen, these are way early predictions. We know that. All right. We're not sitting here going, hey, look, hold our feet to the fire here. I asked a bunch of people on Twitter what they thought the record was. The number I kept seeing was 11 wins. So let's just kind of go through it and see what we see here. All right. In Brazil against the Philadelphia Eagles, week 1, let's go around the horn. I'll start with you, Emilio. How do you feel about them playing the Philadelphia Eagles? Win or loss there, man?
First game of the season, I think they're going to be juiced up, being as young as they are. Matt's going to have them going. Hafley's going to be in their ear. I think we got a really good shot at that game. If, with a couple of the retirees on the Eagles squad, I think we got a shot to win. I think it's going to be a close game, though. I'd probably only by a field goal, but I think we could take the win opening season. It'd be a great way to start the season, too. I mean, obviously we've gone through losing that first game, but that energy and that excitement you feel after that first win is nice in the first game of the year.
Definitely. Jacob, what do you think, man? Week 1, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. So first, I think that I've been on record saying that I don't know what to think about them traveling. But as I'm sitting here looking at it and listening to Emilio kind of talking just then, it sparked something like, I don't know, if you've played sports, you guys get to know each other when you have the travel. You know what I mean? You guys get, especially if it's an extended travel thing, especially if it's something where you're going to a different country, you're creating memories for the first time. We've talked about how young this team is and how we want them to have that camaraderie, the new coaching scheme, buying in, all that kind of stuff. I think they're going to be, like Tim said, they're going to be so jacked to go play. Brazil's insane. Like when their soccer games, any sort of major event, it's melee. It's just insane. So I think they're going to come out firing. And I think that the Eagles, on the other hand, maybe, I don't know, they were definitely a paper tiger last year, and they need to turn it around way more than we do. And I think that it's going to be, Packer fans are loved in Brazil. Packers are loved in Brazil. So I think they're going to feel that love. Hopefully we can wear green. I don't know how both teams are going to dress if we can't, but we'll figure it out.
You know, it's crazy too, because like on the surface, Tim, the Eagles lost a home game. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You hit it on the head, man. For all intents and purposes, this is an extra home game for us. We are very well represented by the Brazilian fan base. As far as the NFL is concerned, I mean, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of Packer fans in Brazil. And then, of course, that's just the home site. I'm sure we're going to have international travel from all over the world. We're going to have a contingent of Packer fans flying in as well. That's not to say that the Eagles aren't going to be represented. I'm sure they will. They travel pretty well as well. But this is going to be a home game for the Packers. As far as the uniforms, like Jacob, I think they're going to go color rush. I think the Eagles will be in the Eagles black. Will probably wear black, and the Packers will probably wear the all white.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Would be my guess. And
Jacob Scow.
Dub City.
This kind of fresh.
This is a victory, week 1 for sure.
Yeah,
I think so.
Just here to tell you, Packers back.
Yes,
You
sir.
heard it from a fan.
Heard it from a fan.
All
I
right,
think
so
the all whites are kind of fresh, Jacob. Sorry to say that.
As long as they have the white helmets, like Coach was saying here. So
yeah, right. I agree. That would be cool to break out the white helmets.
Also, if we did the all yellow, that'd be pretty dope too. Like
that would, yeah, I agree. So I'm saying a win there too, week 1. So let's move on to week 2. That was a clean sweep there. I think we're all on the same page as far as that goes. Week 2, the Indianapolis Colts at home, 12 noon kickoff. Obviously, Anthony Richardson going to be healthy, I'm assuming, for week 2. He played pretty good, I feel like, before he got hurt last year. But also, there's a little bit of tape on him now, right? And he didn't get the advantage of, hey, you've got 1 full season under your belt, right? Missing all that time. So this one here is going to be a little bit interesting. This time I'm going to start with you, Jacob, on this. Indianapolis Colts at Lambeau, noon kickoff, week 2. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like you talked about, Richardson showed spurts of stuff that he can do. Kind of much like, Love was shaky in the earlier part of his year. I think that's kind of what Richardson would have eventually. I think he would have probably worked some of the bugs out, and he is a physical force that, he can move and throw the ball and run faster than most guys his size should be able to. So if he actually starts tweaking some of the more fine-tuned stuff of becoming an actual good quarterback, they still got what? They got Pittman out there. They got another guy they drafted. I feel like that they're maybe being slept on a little bit. I don't really like their division last year, which probably means, that they maybe could come around and surprise a lot of people this year. So I am going to say a win, but it's a hesitant one.
Gotcha. Tim, what do you think, bud? Colts week 2 at Lambeau.
We're 2-0. That's a victory.
That's all you got to say.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Yes,
all right.
Home at a nooner. We got a lot of noon games. I know you're happy seeing this schedule. Like, you love the noon games.
I love it. Yeah.
Little nooner with the Colts. That'll be a nice game. Yeah. 3-score victory. Go Pack, go.
Ooh. The only thing that would hold me up is just to travel back. If they'd probably be flying back that next morning after the Philly game, still a week away, so I think they're going to be all right. But I would agree with Tim and Jacob here and say that we're 2-0 at this point.
I would think Coach LaFleur would probably give them that extra day off early in the week, maybe let them get their bearings a little bit, and then just grind real hard going into to Sunday's game. So
and also kind of depending on what happens with that Philly game too. You know, if we come out flat-footed and we look terrible, you better be in there Sunday morning for pre-workout workouts, right? So
correct me if I'm wrong too, guys. With that Eagles game, we're not really going far out of our time zone, right? So it's not like we're shaking up complete
2 hours.
Okay, yeah.
It's like 9:30 there, so it's 7:30 your time, right? So it's probably not. It's 9:30 there right now.
Nice.
There you go. Good stuff. We've actually. All right. So what did you say, Emilio? Win?
Oh, win. Yeah. Sorry.
So you got to win with the Colts. Now I'm sure you said it. I was trying to download a video. We're going to cut in here. I'm going to make my prediction. I think we beat the Colts. If I'm looking at the power rankings correctly, according to PFF, they've got Indy all the way down to 26th, and they've got the Packers sitting in the 8th spot. So I was feeling really good about that. And then after looking at the power rankings, I'm like, okay, there's a reason for that. Yeah. And again, I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to come in as just like, okay, you got a full season under your belt. He didn't play a full season, right? So I'm going to go a win for the Packers here. So let's take a brief pause in us doing a win-loss record here. And we've actually got the official schedule release video by the new revamped Packers social media team. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see what they had in store here. Here we go.
No, I got a treat for y'all, man.
Where did you find a TV?
Sober than I am.
Roll the tape.
Oh, what's up? How y'all doing?
Is that the Wayne Carter?
I heard y'all was looking for somebody to perform for the pep rally.
Wayne Carter.
Better than me. Like Jordan Love, I show more than love.
Ooh, easy.
I can't wait to watch the Green Bay Packers rip through the 2024 season. Yeah! Let's go, Packers!
These hands! Hey, Braun, how about these hands?
I figure you guys are gonna need a stand-up act. My doctor told me I was fat. I told him I wanted a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too.
Oh! What about that one right there?
Hey guys, thanks for considering my audition tape. My name is John Kuhn.
What is this guy doing?
John, thank you for that fine report.
You might know me from The Bachelor, but before that, I was a teaching tennis pro. I'm here to service for you guys. Go Pack, go, baby.
I'd like to recite Brett Favre's line from There's Something About Mary. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one right there.
I thought it was great.
I'm Rob Domofsky, and I'm here to kick field goals.
Go!
Ooh, big boos.
Let's check in with these judges. Jordan, what are you seeing out there? And you got to tell me, is anyone standing out there for you?
You know, there's been a handful of good ones, but a longer list of bad ones today.
Jair, what have you learned from watching the first half of these auditions?
You never bring peanut butter to a jelly fight.
That's so bad it's good.
Keyshawn Nixon here. I'm the best chef on the team. I've been practicing.
They don't know about this one yet.
Yes!
Looking real good.
I want to show you guys the finished product. Let's go bear hunting, baby. I love that.
Everybody, the world's greatest Spofford! Go get him, Mike. Go get him. Go get him.
Flag on the play. Yeah, you guys did a good job of doing bad.
I love the Green Bay Packers, but after seeing this last act, I'm starting to question everything.
I'm here to say right now that I hate you so much. You
This guy stinks.
pieces of you.
Get this guy out of here.
Love takes the snap. He's going deep, and it's a touchdown, Packers!
See.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Let's get to work.
What is this?
So, you know, we got to start off with that green and that yellow. Oh, yeah. I think this is going to be one of the best ones, honestly. Voila.
Let's go.
The mental gymnastics of Anderson, the all-knowing. Jordan Love. Why do so many people hate on LeBron James?
Hi, I'm Don Mikowski, former Packers quarterback. Imagine.
All right.
7. Now, here is the Green Bay Packers 2024 season schedule.
No. That's illegal motion.
Whoa, nah. That's legal.
Let's send it to replay.
No, I don't think that schedule reveal was over the line.
I don't know. I need some help with this one.
He's a QB, man. We always right.
Okay.
Hey, tip your cap, man. That was strong, wasn't it? That was good, man.
That was just enough cheesy to make the old school Packer fans happy, but it was just enough new age that I liked it. It's good.
Definitely. Hey, again, they've been up in their game big time, man. I'm really enjoying it, and obviously they took criticism last couple of years. David Bakhtiari kind of led the charge there, and it seems like they've listened. So pretty cool that they kind of lower the ego there and listen to the fans, listen to everybody and their critique. Let's do this real quick while we're kind of at a pause, and then we'll finish picking the wins losses, the way too early win losses. Let's go ahead and give away a piece of memorabilia. Y'all good with that?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Let's break out the pinky wheel here. All right,
we'll get it, Jacob.
So, obviously, these are all of our Patreon members. That's got at least one of those 3 tiers that we talked about. We're going to be giving away tonight a Paul Hornung football autograph by Paul Hornung. All right, that Jacob and his father donated to the listeners. So we're going to go ahead and spin this wheel. We're only going to pick one winner because now that it's with the Patreon group, there's not anybody ghosting. They're in there. We got an awesome community that's created there in Patreon. Everybody responds real quick, so we're good in that regard. So with that being said, y'all ready to spin it?
Let's do it.
Eric says it's already rigged, even though it hasn't started yet. So
yeah, it's funny too because last time we spun it 3 times and Eric actually landed on it.
He still said rigged.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go to work here.
Yeah, and just so you know, Emilio's on here too because I just copied and pasted the CSV. Emilio, you're not winning this, okay, bud? You just need to know.
I might. If I win it, though, that opens up a whole nother game right there.
Oh, Lord. All right, here we go. Thank you for the music, Tim. Appreciate it. It's better than a drum roll, man. Here we go. The winner of the autographed football by Mr. Paul Hornung is...
Oh!
Paul Grant is the winner. Congratulations, Paul Grant. So there you go. Now, the winner, we're just going to pick one here. Paul Grant wins the football autograph by Paul Hornung. It's okay, man. You're good. Manny's over putting salt on a watermelon. I'm afraid that y'all can hear the salt shaker grind.
I can hear it.
This isn't Russia yet. We're good, okay, baby? All right. So
definitely can hear it.
Yeah, Manny actually is Russian, which is hilarious. So I stole one from Putin. Take that. All right, so Paul Grant, you're the winner. So the next giveaway we're going to do, as it sits right now, is going to be an autographed picture of Brett Favre that was donated by Mr. Larry. All right, so we'll be giving that one away next.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be the next giveaway, and we'll pick us a date that makes sense. It'll be coming up real soon, here within the next week or two, for sure. What did it say, Paul?
Paul Grant, you spelled Eric Sutherland wrong.
Love it.
Oh, man.
Let's do a quick shout out to this too, real quick, guys. Kind of a sad turn of events. I apologize for the language, but I understand the level of aggravation that goes with our buddy Basariski over at Basariski Productions. You guys know him as Baz. Does great Packers content. Had some bad news that came through. He said, "Darn it, I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but I could really use your help right now. This morning, my girlfriend and I's dog, Fleetwood, was sadly diagnosed with cancer. We are doing everything in our power to get him the help he truly needs. If you could take a second to check out this fundraiser for Fleetwood, it would be greatly appreciated. Every donation/share will help towards saving our buddy. Thank you in advance." And he's got a GoFundMe attached. So if you guys go on Twitter, on X, and type in at Basariski, okay, it's at capital B, the rest is lowercase. So it's at BASARASKI, okay, at Basariski. And we're going to try to do as much as we can to help get the word out there for him. And you're talking about a great content creator. Started his YouTube channel when he's in high school and did it for free for a long time. Now he kind of, it's something that's generating income for him, but hated to hear about the pup. Yeah. If you guys know me, man, I'm a big dog lover. Absolutely. Yeah. And I know Emilio, the whole family down there, you guys got a small farm and you got horses and everything with your family, right? Am I thinking right? No. Did you just, did you get drunk and sneak into somebody's pasture one night and take a picture?
No, not yet. No. No.
Not yet. So again, go help if you got. Listen, $1. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, go help Basarsky out. And Jacob, thank you for bringing that to my attention, bro.
First of all, Fleetwood, what an awesome name for a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful dog too. Looks like a Bernese Mountain Dog. I saw some of the pictures up there.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. So any little bit helps.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even if you don't have money, just sharing it, like you said, that's just sometimes just as good. So yeah,
absolutely, man. Just spread the word. And again, we always sign off, and it sounds cheesy. It sounds cliche. You know, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. That's what we mean. Like anytime you get a chance to help someone else out, I'm telling you, if you don't got time, or if you don't have money, you got time. Right? Some people are like, man, I don't have money to help donate. Find somebody you can donate time to, you know, do charity work that way. There's just a lot of different things you can do for sure. So
sometimes you don't have time, but you got money. So give the money then, you know, right? Every little bit helps.
2-0 for this says Baz did streams literally during a tornado. He is the truth. He's awesome, man. He's been such a great supporter of the show. When we launched a YouTube channel, I leaned on him a little bit and was like, hey, man, how does this work? How does that work? Give me some advice. Just been a great ally to us. We really appreciate him. So, all right, back to the schedule. Again, thoughts and prayers go out to Baz and the pup there for sure. So we're in week 3 now, all right, at the Tennessee Titans. This is Sunday, September the 22nd. This is a noon game on Fox. Tim, we'll start with you this time, bub. At the Tennessee Titans, week 3. How we feeling about it? Win or loss, man?
3-0, baby. 3-0. Go, Pack, go. Hopefully we're all enjoying that game together, having some daddy sodas or something. So I think that's a dub also. I'll take the victory.
Got it. Now, according to PFS Power Rankings, they've got Tennessee in the 28th spot. So I think that's people are going, oh, great. It's going to be just an undefeated prediction here, isn't it, guys? Now, there's going to be some tough ones in there, I guarantee it. But, yeah. Emilio, what do you think? Win or loss here at Tennessee, bro?
It better be 3-0 at that point, because if we're all there in person and it's a loss, last game I went to was a loss. We got smoked by the Jets. So, and that was in Lambeau. So if we can't have a good time in Nashville and get a win, I don't know, man.
Gotcha. Jacob, what are you thinking, bro?
I think it's a win. You know, we want another one of those teams like the Colts where I'm hopefully optimistic, but if they for some reason make the switch and all of a sudden have like a great hungry young team, but I don't see it happening. I think it's a win right there.
Definitely. I've got win too. So again, I think Tennessee, they're kind of in that transition period. They got a new head coach, right? I'm thinking, is this his first year or second year? Second. I'm trying to remember. I think it's second year. Yeah. So they're still trying to get that regime under control. Who's their quarterback too, by the way? Anybody know?
William Levis.
There you go. So you got Will Levis. Now, listen, Tom Brady's big on Will Levis, right? And I'm not saying – here's the thing, too. Like, you know how the point spread works in the NFL. Typically, it's less than 3 points, right? So when you pick a win, it's not like we're saying, oh, yeah, they'll boat race them. These are going to be close games. There's no doubt about it. But, yeah, I think a win in Tennessee, too. So pretty cool, man. If you told me we were going to start the season 3-0, I'd be all about it. Philadelphia, obviously, is the tougher matchup in the first 3 weeks. But week 4, Minnesota – at home at Lambeau. According to the PFF Power Rankings here, they have Minnesota 23rd, all right, with the 6th toughest schedule as well. Nick Mullins, obviously the starting quarterback there this year. Or is it going to be Sam Darnold? Who are we thinking? It'd be Sam Darnold, right? Not Nick Mullins, Sam Darnold.
Could be Darnold until the fan base grows tired, or else he has one bad game and then they'll just force McCarthy in there and he'll do horrible and then they'll restart the whole carousel again.
Have you ever experienced turbulence on a flight and wondered why?
And you can see all the terrain around you. You've got no issue with visibility or anything?
No, everything's PG.
Maybe you've sat on the tarmac for hours wondering why your plane isn't moving.
Well, we're outside here. They're saying the ramp is closed. They won't let us park because of Air Force One.
Listen in on the conversations between pilots and air traffic controllers on the Air Traffic Out of Control podcast.
510 declaring an emergency. There's smoke in the cabin. I need to make a landing right now on 31 left.
We have the most interesting, wild, and funny ATC recordings you will ever hear. Check out Air Traffic Out of Control wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
People will be wishing they had Kirky Cousins again.
So 4-0, in other words.
Jacob saying 4-0. Is that right, Jacob?
Oh,
let's go.
Oh, Tim, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, man. Divisional games are always tough. My natural inclination is to just pick a split except with the Bears.
Right.
We'll probably split with Detroit. We'll probably split with Minnesota. But we're gonna beat the Bears twice, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. This is tough. I think early in the season like that, I think at home, I think we get the Vikings. I think we win that game. Another nooner, we win it, probably handsomely. But Minnesota could be a different team come week 17 at the end of the year, and back-to-back divisional games to close the season. That's where you start to get a little concerned, depending on how things pan out. But I think the Packers win there in week 4.
Yeah, Drew D says 4-0 is how Love puts the league on notice. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Screenshot that response right there. I love it. Let's put it on the wall. I love it.
Yeah. Emilio, what are you thinking, bro?
I don't know. After thinking about it, that could be the first L of the season. I don't want to say it,
what
but
the hell's going on out here?
I don't want to say it, but I just said it.
Because looking at Minnesota, man, they always play us tough. I know we've had a problem with the Lions. Obviously, we got the Bears, but just early in the season, I think that maybe we could get a little too high if we go off a 3-win streak, and the guys, think that they're all that and then some. They need a little check to reality that might happen in that game. Just because I think leading into that LA game, Matt's got a little bit more of his number. I think maybe the divisional opponent might be a little tough. So I'm going to go with L there.
All right, so we're taking an L at Lambeau there. For me, it's going to be a win. So Emilio's got us in the first quarter of the season. Rough, it's kind of an odd quarter now, but you got Emilio saying we're going 3-1. The rest of us say 4-0 there, right? So there you go. That's a good point too. Jay Cole says Aaron Jones will be motivated for this one. Yeah, if he's healthy, right? I'm not trying to take a disrespectful dig there, but that's the reality of Aaron Jones and what's happened the last couple of years, right? Missing time. So week 5 at the LA Rams. Can't remember who we started with that time. Who we start with that time? Was it? I
think it was me.
Was you? Okay, so Emilio, you go first here, bro. At the LA Rams, how do you see this one playing out? This is Sunday, October 6th, 3:25 Central.
Like I said, battery's going down. The loss of the Vikings is going to lead into Matt LaFleur kind of having Sean McVay's number. I think the Rams are definitely a better team this year. They've done a lot to help bolster that. They lost Aaron Donald. The talk is they'll just wait till they get to the playoffs and then call him out of retirement. But I think that we'll take that as a win over LA.
Got it. So you got a win over LA. I like it. According to the final power rankings last season, they had the LA Rams. PFF had the LA Rams as the 12th best team. Green Bay is 8th. All right. So just to kind of put that in perspective. So Emilio says win. What do you think, Jacob?
I have to say that this is my first loss of the year. The curse of going out to the West Coast. I don't know. Maybe like Emilio talked, I don't like the 3:00 games. That's always been one where I feel like we don't play our best ball. I either want the noon game or the night game. Something about it just doesn't feel right to me. They did a lot of revamping on that young defensive line. Even though they lost Donald, they got in, Burse and a couple other great young, talented pass rushers and interior guys too. So I think that, and I don't want it to happen, but in my opinion, it might be our first loss.
Yeah. All right. So there's your first loss. Tim, what do you think, Bubba?
Well, spoiler alert. We're 6-0 going into that Texans game. So I got the Rams. That's a dub. We'll take that dub on the road, and then we'll come back home and beat the snot out of the Cardinals at home.
Gotcha. You're making this confusing for me. So you're saying 6-0, right?
6-0 heading to the Texans game at Lambeau. That'll be one for the ages. I got a feeling that might be a shootout. CJ Stroud and Jay Money. That'll be a great game.
Got it. So for me, backing up the Rams, I'm going to call it a loss as well, Jacob. I just think that's going to be a tough game to win on the road. I think that's an evenly matched team. I think they got better. And like you said, going out to the West Coast, although it does kind of feel like Matt LaFleur always has Sean McVay's number, he's due for one, right? So that's how I see that for sure. So Tim obviously picked, you said you said a win against the Rams and a win against the Cardinals, right? So
yes, sir.
So, Emilio, Cardinals, 12 noon game, October 13th at Lambeau. How you see it, man?
Going against my boy DTB, I think he's going to pick Love. No, I'm kidding. We're definitely going to win that game.
I was listening to a pod earlier, Emilio. They drafted like 3 or 4 guys that we were big on. Like they grabbed all kinds of DBs. Go ahead.
Max Melton too.
Yeah, Max.
Wow. Come on now. That's going to be a brotherly battle, but I think that we'll take that win. October in Lambeau, Cardinals got to come up. I think we got that one.
Gotcha. Jacob?
Yeah, I think we got that one. I've not been convinced that Kyler Murray is any sort of franchise quarterback. They did a lot of stuff in the draft to help their team, but I think it's going to be too little, too late for this season. I think it's more towards the future the Cardinals will be for real.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Jacob was on the phone with Activision, and we're pretty sure it's going to be double XP that weekend. So
we get that set up. Let's get that scheduled. I love it. For those of you going, what's double XP mean? It's don't worry about it. All right, it's
you never bring peanut butter to a jelly fight.
I'm saying. So let's see who's up. Who's up? Tim? Is it Tim again? No.
What are we?
We're on the Houston game now, or you're up. I think.
Yeah, Tim spoiled it.
Okay, so Jacob, you on it, right? Let's go, Jacob. Who you got? Houston.
No, I just. Oh, we're going to Houston. All right.
Yeah, we all picked the Cardinals, right? I said
yeah. I unfortunately, I have to pick at least 3 or 4 losses, and I think that this just has to be one of them. I just feel like it's going to be touted. There's going to be a lot of pressure. I think it'll be one of those games where it comes down to whoever has the ball last. And CJ Stroud's a dog, and we forget that they added a lot. They improved in the offseason just from where they were at their base level with some really intriguing players all around that place. So, yeah, I'd take this as an L.
All right. Tim, how do you see the Houston game, bro? You didn't pick this one yet, right?
No, I didn't. But this. I'm like Jacob. It's like I'm looking at the schedule trying to, find 3 or 4 losses in here, and this could be one of them. I do think like I said, I think it's going to be a shootout, but I'll put it down as the L. I hate to say it, losing at home, but yeah, I think they might lose by a field goal or something.
Got it. Emilio, what are you thinking, bro?
No, I think Love's going to put some respect on his name. All this talk about CJ Stroud, we can keep that down in Texas. Let them fight it out with Dallas, man. Jordan Love's the man. We're gonna bring home that game middle of October for sure.
Gotcha. I'm going win against Houston at home too. So week 8 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Start with you. I'm just going to start at the top every time, Tim, so I don't get confused. My pea brain can't handle this. So
and you're sitting there watching the steam come off the thing.
She's usually, we can't mute the mic. She's usually the one go, no, Clayton, you dummy, you got that wrong. Here, do it this way. She's usually the one handling that. So at Jacksonville, October 27th, 12 noon game. What do you think, Tim?
Victory, back on track. Yeah, take it.
Emilio.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a little Sally in the pool after the game, man. That's a W for sure.
Love it. Jacob, what are you thinking, bro?
Yep, just like Tim, I'm sliding in that big V. That came out wrong. The W.
Thick.
No.
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
You know what, man?
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
We went to trifecta just then. I love it.
That was a triple drop. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go at Jacksonville. Let me look at the power rankings last year as the season wrapped up. Jacksonville finished, where are they at? 22nd. Yeah, I'm liking our chances there. I'm going to go Packers in that game. So there you go. All right, next game, we got to go rapid fire here. Sunday, November 3rd, Detroit Lions at home at Lambeau, 3:25 kickoff. Tim, what do you think, bub? Detroit at home. I know this one's personal for you, bro.
Yeah, man, and I think we get them. It's about time that we beat their asses at Lambeau. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel. I can't stand their fans. I don't like that team at all. I would absolutely love to see it. So I think we are. I still do think we're going to split with them. So which means I'm going to mark that December 5th as a loss on the road. But I think we get them at home November 3rd. So that's a win for me.
Got it. Emilio?
I'm going to have to flip on Tim and take the L there earlier in the season, and then we're going to have to recoup and recover after the bye week.
All right, so you're going a loss at Jacksonville. Jacob?
Or loss at Detroit. Win at Jacksonville, loss at Detroit.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, Detroit. Lost Detroit at home. Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm also gonna have to take the L here because I hate that three o'clock games. I just feel like we're cursed at, and going into the bye week, it's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna be like, "This is where Jordan Love turns the season around," and then we go to the Bears. So it'll be a thing.
Gotcha. At home, Detroit. I'm going Packers in that game. I think that's a win. Detroit last year finished the power rankings. If I remember correctly, they were higher than the Packers. They were 6th. If it was at Detroit, I think I'm going to give them an L on the road to Detroit. But I think at home they can pull that one out. So, all right. So there you go. Moving on. We got the bye week, week 10, and it's on to Chicago at Chicago, noon game on Fox. November.
Just put a dub across the board from all of us.
The Bears still suck.
Emilio, that good with you?
Yeah, sign me up.
All right. Not that we're overlooking anyone or anything. Jacob?
Dub, yeah.
Dub. All right, Dub. And I'm going to go Dub as well. So, all right, next game, San Francisco 49ers at home, November 24th on Fox, 3:25 kickoff. Tim, talk to me.
That's the one I feel like Jacob on. That's the 325. I think that's an L, unfortunately.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Emilio?
I think it's an L so that we come back in the playoffs with a little bit of revenge.
Yes.
Gotcha. Jacob, what are you thinking?
I'm going to surprise everyone here. We're getting this one. We're squeaking it out. Brock Purdy hurts himself in the game, and 49ers fans are crying constantly for the next 2 years.
How about these hands?
Yeah.
Man, if that's how Purdy's pinky looks on his throwing hand, I don't know.
That's what I hope. Yeah, I don't hope.
All right, I'm going to go loss. I think that I've got to find a couple of losses here. And, San Francisco just seemed to have our number. Maybe we drop to San Francisco in the regular season, make it to the playoffs, and finally get over that playoff hump with them. But if we do meet them in the playoffs. All right, Thursday, November 28th, Thanksgiving, Miami Dolphins at home, 7:20 kickoff. Tim, what we thinking, bro?
Victory for the second year in a row on Turkey Day. That's a win.
Got it. Emilio?
Waddle back into the Penguin Sanctuary, man. That's a W.
All right. Jacob?
Yep. That's it's too cold for them Dolphins. They can't swim in fresh water anyways, those idiots.
I love it. So the Dolphins are a tricky one for me. Power rankings finishing the year last year, Miami was sitting in the 7 spot, right above the Packers. It's gonna be a dogfight. I think it's gonna be such a close game. You got 2 guys in Matt LaFleur and McDaniel that know each other so well, right? Kind of came up through the coaching ranks together. Man, it's tough. That's so tough.
I just think there's so many problems with their O-line, Clayton. That's what I'm worried about. Obviously, they got talent on the outside. They got a bunch of speed, a bunch of players. But man, how are you gonna protect them? How are you gonna run the ball?
Yeah, that's a good point. We got a new defense.
Because I feel like at that point, by what week are we in? 13 there. I 13. Feel like Hafley's going to have this defense cooking right after a bye week. If we lost to San Fran, dude, we are going to come out, and I don't mean to make the sales pitch for you, Clayton, but
hey, it's Thanksgiving. I'm going with the dub too. All right. There you go. I like it. For all those pilgrims out there, you get the dub. All right. Thursday, December 5th at Detroit. Tim, what we think of, Bub?
Yeah, that's the L that I had.
Gotcha.
That's the split.
Emilio?
Prime time, a week away from another prime time. I think I'll take a W there. We got to get back at them.
All right, I like it. Jacob?
A W, sir.
W. For those of you keeping score at home. I'm going to say that's an L on the road at Detroit, unfortunately. All right. It's funny. We've all got the same record now. We got there in different ways, but we're all sitting right now at 10-3. If I'm keeping up right. All right, next game at Seattle, at the Seahawks, December 15th, 7:20 game there, Sunday Night Football. Seattle finished the year last year as far as the PFF Power Rankings 16th. We'll go around the horn first before I give mine. Actually, I'll go first here. All right, I'm going to say a dub there at Seattle. I think that 12th man's dead. Tim, what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah, that's a dub.
All right. Emilio?
I feel like I want that one, some of the most out of this. But, yeah, we need to beat Seattle in Seattle for sure.
All right. Jacob?
I just unfortunately think that It's going to be one of those games that there's always one or two games during the year that we just have no rhyme or reason that we lost. It is a primetime game, but it also is on the West Coast. I think it'll be a little bit weird of a situation playing back-to-back Thursdays. I'm going to give the Seattle Seahawks a victory and the Packers a loss there.
Got it. All right.
Hey, can you pull that schedule down for a second, Clayton?
Yeah.
Tim has a live
every time I see this, I always think of this. You guys remember that?
Seattle.
Coincidentally, he's a big Packer fan, so
yes, absolutely. I love
it. He picks a dub for sure.
Definitely. All right, so up next we have got the New Orleans Saints at Lambeau, Monday Night Football, December 23rd. How you see it, Tim?
Oh, that's a victory.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, guys, we're winning out on my books, so you might as well just put them all down.
All right. Emilio?
I don't know. We beat them. We beat them last year. I feel like that could be a sneak up game before the playoff push, but I'm going to say it's going to be a rough week that week, Christmas, leading into Christmas, but that's probably one more L there.
Okay. Got it. Jacob?
We beat the Saints, yeah.
All right, got it. Good stuff. And I'm going to say that's a dub against the Saints as well. So, all right. Week 17 at the Minnesota Vikings, 12 noon kickoff on Fox. Tim, you said win, right, bub?
Yeah, baby. 14-3 all day.
Emilio?
W now. Yeah, now we are not happy with how that last game went before Christmas.
Got it. Jacob?
I think that I'm going to split the Vikings. I had them winning against them in the earlier game. I'm going to take the last loss of the season here.
All right, so you're saying the Packers will lose to the Vikings?
Unfortunately, yes.
Got it. Okay. You're just trying to keep your customers happy over there in Minnesota. I know how that goes. For me, I think it's a loss too, to be honest with you. And I don't have any customers in Minnesota. They can lick a boogie, you know what I'm saying?
Kick right.
Week 18, Chicago Bears. Tim has another win, right? And Emilio, what are you thinking? Bears at home against the Packers, Lambeau, last game of the season?
Me?
No,
they're not even going to make the trek up there.
Right. Jacob?
Yeah, I think I agree here that somehow we end up winning against the Bears, and it'll be to clinch the North and to clinch maybe like a 3 seed or a 4 seed or something like that, and then we're gonna go and win the Super Bowl. It's easy.
Dang. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So there you go. All right, cool. I'm going to tally these up. You talk amongst yourselves. Maybe just some final thoughts. We're at the 59-minute mark. Final thoughts on the schedule here. Go around the horn. I don't care who goes first.
I think the thing to remember with all of us is this is just like first reactions, right?
Absolutely.
Just
none of this will go this way.
Yeah, don't hold our feet to the fire with this, but I mean, you'll tally mine up. I got us 14-3. I mean, that's just super confident. Love this team. Love what's happening right now. We haven't seen a down of football. We haven't seen little to anything from any of these guys yet, as far as meaningful football. So.
Tim, you're wrong.
At worst, maybe we're 12-win team, 12 or 13.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. Here's what we need to do. We need to hold our feet to the fire. We etch this in stone. This is tattoo league. Whoever's wrong gets another tattoo. All right. And then after that, who knows?
Well, that's not fair because Clayton had the power rankings up when he was making his picks. I'm going off of sheer cheese curds and intuition. So,
my man. And again, that was the final power rankings of last year. A lot's changed. That's the other thing that, like you guys are saying, we don't know how it's going to go. You're going to hear camp reports and this and that, and some of it will be fluff. But the reality is, some of these teams, man, they're going to come out of nowhere because of the moves they made that no one expected to make a big difference, right? Whether it's building out the bottom of the roster and the special teams, or potentially, landing a couple starters in the draft, right? You never know how it's going to play out. But the final rankings that we have, or final record we have here, is leading the way. Tim has the Packers going 14-3. Tim, I'm telling you right now, Bub, if you are correct on that, you're going to make me one happy camper, dude. Next, with the next most wins, is Emilio and me at 13-4. Again, we got there in different ways, but we finished 13-4. All right. And then Jacob came in at 12-5. Jacob being the realest in the group here. if you had asked me before we walked through the schedule and said, what are you thinking? I'm thinking, you know how last year I said between 6 and 10 wins? For me, I would say probably somewhere between, probably 9 and 12 wins would have been my guess. Now, as we walk through it and look at the power rankings from last year, I feel good about the way I picked, but Jacob's probably spot on here, man. If they stay healthy, right? Again, injuries can Eric Sutherland says Jacob is a bum. And I love his profile pic. It looks like the I voted sticker that everybody has when they vote. This is I farted instead.
I didn't notice that.
I love it. Parting thoughts, guys. Anything else? Let's wrap this big bear up here.
Double-digit wins for sure. I think if we don't have double-digit wins, we had our expectations one too high, and that the team really didn't, climb to where we thought they would be. But definitely double-digit wins and a playoff berth. I think we got to have it.
Love it, Jacob.
Yeah, I agree. I think the team's too young, too talented, added too much talent, has too much potential with the additions of McKinney and Love and Jacobs, and with Hafley coming in. I mean, think about this. If this defense plays even like a couple notches better than what we did last year, we win another 2 or 3 games, maybe for sure. If we ensure, I think a big one too is the special teams. If we just tweak a few of these things, we would have been a 13-win team, maybe a 14-win team last year. So if we can tweak those little things, there's no reason that Tim can't be right, and we do win 14 games. I hope he's right.
Got it. Tim, any parting thoughts, Bubba?
14-3.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
If that happens, I'll get 14-3 tattooed
next to Emilio on your butt cheek because we're going to have a top 7 defense.
Exactly. Let's line them up, dude. I'll get a whole sleeve.
Hey,
my whole left butt cheek for you, Emilio.
So real quick, if we are running the table, we are 12 and whatever going into it, and we start to win the division by week 15, 16, then what do we do? Are we resting players? Do we slump out? Do we have a problem then? That's my only worry.
Time, baby. Michael Pratt, let's go.
No, we're a young team. We go all gas, no brake, pedal to the floor, and we go hard.
You think he just keeps him in for the first half, no matter what? Even if we got the division one, he's going to run them for the first half, without a doubt. So. Yeah,
or at least till you have a commanding enough lead, right? Go up a few scores, and go get a little lower on the depth chart, start working guys in. I don't have a problem with that, but I think when you start playing around and worrying about getting hurt or worrying about guys being gassed, that's when bad things can happen. I think you just go full steam ahead, but it's a good problem to have though, right? So hopefully we're right.
Hey, if you guys would hit that like button for us. I know we got a herd of people in there. I should have said it earlier. I apologize. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. All that will help boost the algorithm, help other Packer fans find our channel and find this type of content. We really appreciate y'all hanging out with us for this schedule release. This has been a lot of fun. For sure. And if you're on Twitter watching, feel free to click on my profile. You'll see a YouTube link there. A little bit easier interface for you to communicate with us in the chat if you go over to YouTube. So like I said, just click on that YouTube link. You can subscribe to the channel there, hit like, all that stuff. We'd really, really appreciate it. You guys know the LA Chargers, they always crush the schedule release, right? They're kind of like the prime. They get creative every year. They do a great job with their schedule release video. You guys want to take 3 minutes here and watch it? If you got to hop off, you can. But I've got it here ready to pull up. Y'all want to watch that one?
Fire it up.
Jacob went there. So I don't know why it's important, Clayton. But all right, here we go. Let's do it. This is the Chargers schedule release, and they use The Sims, the video game The Sims. So this should be very, very interesting here. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Taylor, we gotta talk y'all through this. People on the pod like we. So this is our boy that stood in front of the camera during draft night. Who was it? George Pickens.
George Pickens.
He had George Pickens standing there, and then you move on to the Kansas City Chiefs here, right? And, who's that moving right there? Who is that? Is that Justin Fields?
Yeah, he's moving.
Is that Justin Fields?
Yin's move. I like that too. All right, so then the next one.
That's the Steelers' new kick returner.
Yeah, exactly. So the next one is the Kansas City Chiefs. They show the Kelsey brothers on the podcast here, right? And then, of course, in the window, get this creeper.
I don't listen too much Taylor Swift.
I love it. All right, let's keep going here.
Oh my God!
Was that a plane sitting
in the middle of the street? Private jet.
Emilio, it looked like us playing flight simulator.
I was just going to say playing flight simulator.
Watch out for the propeller.
Você bebe.
Oh my God. The Browns.
Let's say welcome to Kentucky.
It did. After they left the 11-7.
The 11-7 always open. Oh my God. Okay. I was at the Harbaugh brothers. It isn't.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is that Kirk Cousins? Is that Kirk Cousins on the DJ booth?
Yep.
Wow.
That is gold, dude. We're gonna get hit with so many
copyrights coming in.
Oh my God! So you guys know the story behind this?
I'm assuming that's Mr. Mahomes' brother.
No, this guy in the wolf costume, he was a Chiefs fan who always wore a wolf costume to the stadium. And the police, I think the federal police, put out an all points bulletin to say this guy robbed a bank. And he literally, I think he got arrested. He's still at large. This was a Chiefs fan. Yeah. So they got to report here. I love it. Is that Pat McAfee on the stand? In the black tank top?
Yep.
I think it's going to be in. Yeah. Yeah, because McAfee talked.
Yeah,
I mean,
McAfee court. Look, it says
there
Pat
it is.
McAfee.
I was going to say that's either Pat McAfee or Guy Fieri, one of the two.
Look at AJ Hawk to the left too.
Yeah, that's AJ in the corner.
Love it. Baker Mayfield to Tampa, right?
He's cooking. Oh, never mind.
What's this? Wish for a franchise quarterback. Wish for good uniforms. Wish for cap space. This is the Broncos. They're gonna wish for cap space.
Wow.
Your dynasty has ended, but the town lives on. There's no reason to let this house stay empty. Would you like to restart? This is the Patriots. There you go.
That was very clever. I will say that.
That was, yeah.
They do a good job.
You know, I would expect nothing less from Hollywood. Right?
Oh, they got Aaron Rodgers thinking that was a UFO, right?
I think so.
Yep. Look.
What's that? An alien baby?
Hey,
so wrong.
They did him so dirty at the end of that game.
Hey, give it up. Give a round of applause for the Chargers on that one for sure.
They do a good job there every year.
They do a good job. I would expect nothing less, from Hollywood, right? Especially Hollywood with a football team that can't win more than 5 games. You got to do what you got to do to get people excited, right? But I'm going to throw a little shade because they threw shade at 90% of the league there. So
it took them a long time in the Sims. They put in hours to do that. You have no there's no way they're just creating that in 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here, guys. A little parting advice first and foremost here.
Wash your hands, wash your butt, man. That's it. That's all.
All right, Tim, help me out.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us the part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. Hey, go show Baz some love, all right?
Yeah,
we'll go over to @Basariski on Twitter. Let's help that guy out. Great content creator. We appreciate all the time and everything he puts into Packers fandom for sure. But, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. Go Pack, go.
The power sweep actually is the lead play in our offense. We ask our YN or a tight end to open up somewhere between 6 feet and 9 feet, get an isolation with the linebacker. You tell the tackle to take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, to drive down on the first man to his inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, he cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.